Hello, my wonderful being, and welcome back to another 5D transmission with Nikki. Today's video is going to be all about the past week of my life, ascension symptoms, and my own ascension process. Because if you're here, you are a leader, you are a teacher, and this is not a coincidence. And my own experiences are going to help you understand what's happening to you in this process of ascending to new earth. So let's begin. In my first point, tomorrow I'm going to be doing a board explanation of my last video. That's projecting and influencing your reality, mainly because they told me that the last video wasn't completely understood. They are working on my body to increase my clairvoyance, to increase my psychic abilities. So I'm receiving much more images. And instead of just giving you the light code as a truth or a word or a sentence, I'm going to give it to you through a board explanation with images, and that way it's going to be easier for you to embed and understand. Number 2, I'm giving one session a day right now, and it's funny because they were like, you're so excited and you are doing a 1-hour session of direct channeling, and that's really intense for the body. I need to restore, I need to recharge, and I just wanted to give because for me doing this is play. It's exciting. I enjoy doing it and I enjoy helping you, and by you allowing me to share my own ascension process and express my higher self through you, that helps my own ascension. So I was super excited and I did this session for an hour, and then I needed to rest for like the whole week. Like I still had sessions booked, so I kept doing them, but my throat was like killing me, and they were like, Nikki, you're so stubborn. We told you that just one session a day, 30 minutes, and don't direct channel the whole time. So I'm also learning through this process, guys. It's exciting, it's fun, but it's also lessons. Okay, number 3. I was revealed that I have a Palladian version of myself right now existing simultaneously as a teacher and a healer, and I'm bilocating to have access to her and receive all the information she wants me to embed and embody to keep doing this for you. How cool is that? We're so much more than we can possibly imagine. Like, it's amazing to receive that confirmation and to know that you have that ability. And I always knew this, but when you receive this, like strictly from the Council of 9, and they just, it's like if they take my hands and everything that comes to me through automatic writing, it's just them writing it down. So it was really exciting to have that confirmation, and that's why. That goes to my point number 5. I'm completely doing using and detox because as you bilocate, sometimes is through astral traveling at night, and that's why you feel tired in the morning. Sometimes it's with your own body and you're not aware of it, so you need to be the frequency of your body needs to be at a rate that you can do that and not deplete yourself. So I was doing vegan diet for a month now. I believe it's a month, you know, that I'm not in the linear time anymore, so I forget what days and everything. But now I was trying to eat my vegan meal. I was doing one vegan meal a day, and I couldn't. Like, I ended up throwing up, or like I couldn't pass the food, and I wasn't even hungry. I forgot to eat. And the council told me that it was because they were activating more my body, increasing my frequency, so I was able to bilocate and talk to Palladian version of myself, receive the information, and bring it back to you so I can share and, as I said, improve my psychic abilities and do this work. So I just been completely using and detoxing, and as long as I keep doing it and I learn more from it, I'm gonna make videos about my whole process. So if you're interested in that, you can also go on board with me. And that leads me to my other point. I'm doing a Facebook group now because in all the sessions I've been having, I notice a pattern of the same questions popping over and over. And sometimes it's not the exact question, but the answer applies to a lot of people's concerns or things that they want to know about their ascension process, or the hologram of reality, or quantum manifestation, healing. So I decided to open a Facebook group, and when we reach the 100 members, I'm gonna commit to make one weekly webinar. You can ask me any questions in regards planets, Earth, ascension, and your own ascension journey. I can do direct channeling if I feel I have the energy to access that frequency. Not the complete hour of the webinar, but I'll try my best. And you can access it in my link in my bio. And if you're watching this in YouTube, I'm gonna drop a link down there so you can join the Facebook group. And it's gonna be more fun because you're gonna be able to connect to others, brothers and sisters of Starseed community, of light workers, of leaders, of new earth bridgers. So that's really exciting. And lastly, share a little bit more about my Kundalini experience. Need some tea for this. As most of you know that already had sessions with me, I've been having this intense feelings of intense joy and pleasure and ecstatic bliss. And even with all these things happening to me, like opening my throat chakra and recharging and feeling tired, I felt tired, but it's like if I was experiencing a full body orgasm with the universe just by being, like just all blissed out. And I felt this energy coming from, I already had experienced this, but now it wasn't just like for 30 minutes. The whole day I was just like bliss out mostly this whole past week. And I felt this energy on the center of my being just exploding out of the root, and it was just so intense. And I'm like, oh my God. So that's been really intense. My boyfriend just walking across our apartment, and I'm just like, oh my God. And that's the energy of manifestation. That's the energy of ascension. That's the energy of your higher self and your other beings in other planets activating you to do this work. So if you're experiencing some symptoms of increased bliss, increased ecstatic joy and pleasure, and make sure to know that it's completely normal and you're just being activated. I want to create guided meditation for the people that haven't been able to experience this amount of joy and bliss, and for you to be able to also go with me through these ascension symptoms. And I don't know if I'm going to make it into a webinar or if I'm going to make it in a YouTube video, but those are some of the ideas that I have. So I think that's it for this short video. It was just explaining about my clairvoyance, the using detox, the bilocation. Yeah. So as I told you, I was bilocating to this Palladium version of myself. I'm downloading information about how to do bilocation, and I already had that in my book. It's so interesting because they give me like the titles of the chapters of my book, and I never know what the information is gonna come. It's like in any session. Every time I do a session with one of you, I never know what's going to come out of my mouth. And I also end up learning something in the session, because with your questions, sometimes you activate things that I didn't have access to at that moment, and I have to direct channel it, and then I receive the answer. So it's really fun. And you're going to be able to see that in the webinars. And if you haven't had a session with me, then you're going to be able to participate with other beings and have that experience. So bilocation is going to be also uploaded into my website. It's also in the link in my bio or down there if you are from YouTube. And it's going to explain you the whole process and how you can do that and access your guides. It's not only through bilocation, but you can also do it through astral traveling and lucid dreaming. And that's another video I have planned for you guys. But first one, I'm going to give you the board explanation of influencing your reality. So stay tuned tomorrow, because I'm going to create that video for you. Again, thank you so much for putting your trust in me, for being here, for your presence. I love you so much. Okay, so I'll see you tomorrow.